Just answering questions with Waptic. Let's see how well this works. How do you describe the nature and attributes of a troll? I don't. I try not to. Trolling takes hundreds of forms. Some of it's productive or not. You have to be more specific. I'm not kidding. Let's say that I don't believe that bump stocks were used in Las Vegas. Instead, I think it was an M240. Okay. In Las Vegas shooting, some people recorded a video with a mobile. I find it intriguing that 3 people, 3 different accounts, 2 countries can have videos about M240s in their suggested next video. That's just how it works, because that meme got around in Las Vegas shooting, and the date was associated with the M240 because people wanted to push the idea that an M240 would sound as rickety and screwed up as a bump stock. But that's my opinion. But as far as I know, no one has made a video about it, and neither channels have weapon as primary topic. Several dozen videos talk about it verbally, which YouTube and Google will use in their bot to figure it out, number one. Number two, an ass ton of channels have that in the commentary under the videos, and I have 4 videos at least referencing both weapons in the title and or description. It doesn't have to be visible immediately. You'd have to look through the comment section. Half of that is what drives things. That's why you end up with Barney videos being under death metal for some blasted reason. At least I hope that's it. Otherwise, YouTube is truly screwed up. Paranoia mode on. Is YouTube sending me to the right direction? It's sending you based on its idea of what your preferences are and or just wanting to waste your time. I prefer the last explanation. Next, I did this math a while back myself. Waptec, and you're correct. We share the same mindset on this topic. Well, obviously this is a contrarian. Troll. No. Thanks for stepping up, man. His buddy is pushing the same schizo, ultra graphic, satanic, dead baby BS. Refreshing to hear common sense. Guess most of us who are old enough to remember the 80s satanic panic, let's censor rock music, because if you play Kiss record backward, it'll say kill your mama. Yeah. The team of Ted Gunderson, sad that he has the same last name as a particularly cute type of critter, a squirrel, prairie dog, and Michael Aquino would be proud of this psyop they championed along with the push from Geraldo. Used to be rock music, now rap music has the same BS going on everyday social media. Satanic Panic Group could think child savers on YouTube have put it on the steroids. Thank you. And it doesn't matter what video that was under. I happened to just cut and paste any commentary that took too long to say a response to and or be able to do justice to. Next. When it comes to radiation, no one should pay attention to anyone who doesn't know how to pronounce Becquerel. I've heard both pronunciations. It's supposed to be named for a guy who discovered radiation and was Madame Curie's professor. You might want to look up who discovered radiation. That might actually be correct. I'll put the link below, but I'm wondering about that. But it's Becquerel, Becquerel. So Becquerel. Yeah, that's correct. But I've heard it pronounced Becquerel so many times, I'm sorry. But as for anyone who doesn't know how to pronounce a word, well, let's continue. Read her bio on Madame Curie. Okay, I'll look up the actual origin story for it, and I don't know. Maybe he did. I honestly don't remember. All I did is look it up to try to figure out what it really means and what effect it has on people, because the measurements get confused a lot, and Fukushima fearmongers love misusing measurements. If you really believe what you're saying, are you referencing what I'm saying? Here we go. Then do some more research. I did. The research I did was based on looking up someone's assertion and if they backed it up. If they back it up by pointing to a paper that they didn't read or they misquoted, they're wrong. But yeah, I mispronounced a word. Good. Next. All anti-nuke folks know the difference between wave maps and the radiation movement map. Yeah, the only reason they say that, including Beautiful Girl by Dana, otherwise known as Ugly Dirty Liar, is because they got caught out reusing that stupid image. The wave height map was used as a radiation map by literally all of you assholes out there who wanted to push that Fukushima was killing everybody on the West Coast, and the West Coast oceans that way are all dead. They're not dead. You won't retract your lie, those of you out there who said it. And yeah, you all use the same wave map. You also use the same simulation map, which is also wrong, because it was simply wrong, because they misestimated. Top physicists say Fukushima was and continue to be worse than Chernobyl. No, they don't. There are no physicists with any merit whatsoever that say that. You have people who are activists who want to push it because it's the latest thing. If there was a minor spill of some radioactive material on a highway nearby, they would say that was worse than Fukushima and Chernobyl combined to get views. Fukushima has inarguably produced less damage on a human level and also on a technical and mechanical level. There's less material been released. And what was released mostly ended up in the area or way out in the ocean where it had very little effect on anyone. And those of you out there who keep lying about that by saying top physicists, put the names down and see if they and put down their quotes, when they said it, who they were, and I'll contact them and ask them if you're lying about them. Everyone says that. Top physicists say Fukushima was such and such. And then when you look it up, it's some chemist, not a physicist, or a person who's never studied radiation in their life, or just an activist. Next. Both were considered level 7. Yes, they're level 7, but one had more effect than the other because it was inland. Piece from an old hippie who's been studying radiation since it was taught how to duck and cover at public school. Okay, that doesn't change whether or not you're repeating a lie about top physicists. You're picking and choosing physicists you want to listen to. That's like architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, only picking people who agree with them and ignoring everybody else who says, you're full of crap, you don't know how fire works in a building. Because firefighters would be judging the building better than your architects, engineers, and pilots and engineers for 9/11 Truth, because firefighters know what they're talking about. Maybe you should find some that would like to go on record saying that they're right. You won't find very many. Next. The Japanese government has every reason to lie. Yes, they do. And they did. And they got caught. But the fact is that everybody walking around with a damn Geiger counter and other equipment can determine that you're lying when you say that the entire West Coast is irradiated. Stop listening to Beautiful Girl by Dana lie to you. And also, Beautiful Girl by Dana removed its video showing the same map you talked about being phonied. He removed the video because it proved he was full of shit. Suck it down. They need money for the 2020 Olympics and need to recover their economy. They don't have the money to fix Fukushima, but it's been already allocated. Next. Just as the US, Italy, France, etc., the nuclear industry is controlled by organized crime. Okay, now we're going off the deep end. Okay, if you want nuclear power not to be allowed in your country, just simply refuse, like in the United States, to build any more nuclear power plants and start decommissioning them. Just get up and do something, instead of doing this whiny bitchy stuff and giving money to idiots who lie to you, overtly. This is because they're willing to unload the waste. Now you're going to claim the waste is dumped all over Fukushima and Japan and is killing people, but no one can detect it, even though you can literally anyone can get a meter and a Geiger counter and actually even gamma detection. This is not difficult to do. There's a guy who went up and down the West Coast, below me, on Forbid TV, who confirmed that you're all lying. Why do you repost these lies? Why don't you acknowledge that you can't find this radioactive material? Even though it's actually made landfall on the West Coast, it's almost impossible to locate. Not because it's super hidden or there's some sort of cover-up. It's because it's not radioactive enough to do any damn thing. It's almost impossible to detect it. Some has been found. You would expect that. But it took till 2017? But you're all saying, oh, we're going to die tomorrow. You fearmongers are doing more to enhance the nuclear industry than anything else, because you paint yourself as alarmist, lying shits who never cite real physics and are easily debunked by posting this kind of crap under my videos. Please do some digging before you say we're all liars. No, you've proven you're all liars. Go fuck yourselves. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And don't talk to me